Oh, you studied abroad?
I did.
See, that's
Yeah,
the
they call
kind of
this
shit.
studying.
Abroad, huh?
I'm just kidding. I just made that shit up. I'm sorry.
No, that's the truth.
I think would be one of those things.
We know the truth.
Dude.
I love Spain.
Welcome back to another very serious episode of The Careful Boys. Question for you is, hey, are you going to send your kids to college?
I wonder if they'll even make it.
You know, before we get to the very, very sad part of your life, Bart, are you going to send Tyga to college?
When you say send, you mean like kind of encourage or force them?
Sure, yeah.
Would you Asian parent them?
And if
you
he
must be the
doesn't-
doctor.
And if he doesn't get like any scholarships, you gotta pay the whole way.
Oh,
kinda deal.
yeah.
So if it's not like one of those, it's what is it called? Like very organic next step. Like let's say he gets a basketball scholarship or something like that, or it's obvious he likes to do this. He needs to go to college, and he's kind of on the fence. I would probably recommend that he goes to the military more than college. Because I think in the military, if you spend your 4 years there, you're going to get so much more life experience. You usually go to some sort of trade school, and then you're getting paid during that time. And anything that I didn't do or teach him raising him, like how to iron pants, all that kind of stuff, they'll teach him. So I feel like it'll be a good kid to adult actual transition. Meanwhile, still making money and then kind of like staying physically fit and being well-rounded and all that stuff.
What if that's your game plan, and then like something like 9/11 happens, and then we started going to like really active like wartime? Would you still be like, go to the military?
I'd be like, maybe he could try to find a non-combative role, but I do think it's very, very helpful. Yeah. Because you see like everyone that like, let's say they didn't know how to do regular shit, like even, because they teach you, I feel like half of the courses in boot camp, they should teach your senior year in high school, because you learn how to like run a budget. You learn how to like you have to go do laundry and stuff. So you kind of have to like, some people you could tell that their parents did their laundry the whole time in high school. And they don't even know how to fold their clothes. And then like when you open your Foot Locker, it's just everything's just like fucking all like bunched up together. So I think it's like a really good like in-between filler. If you never learned it through Boy Scouts, high school, or your parents, these are all the things that you need as an adult.
Military sounds better than high school. Like it prepares people for life better.
Because you have to do your own laundry. You get inspection. There's no girls, but you get inspection. So it's like when you're standing in formation, then they look at everyone's uniform. Are your whites whites? Are your colors? Like all that stuff. Are your shoes shine? They look at your grooming, so you have to shave and do all that stuff. And I feel like and then your bed gets inspected, your Foot Locker gets inspected. So I don't think any of us really have that accountability normally. It's just besides like maybe our parents going, go clean your room. And then did you clean it? Yes. I don't know if parents actually go in and go, okay, did you clean it to a specific standard I set, or does it just look non-messy, So I feel like that stuff's really good. And then having some sort of trade that he could fall back on.
What if he wanted to go to A&A?
Army and Navy Academy for high school? I probably would not want to have him go, because he's probably going to get kicked out very fast.
Oh, shit.
Because there's Lord of the Flies over there, man. The fucking kids run the fucking school. And if you're smart and loopholey like I am and Taika, they're going to be doing the most Chinese shit all fucking day in there. He's going to get kicked.
Like Jason Cheney stealing food with rats and shit.
I like that he's more willing to send his kid to military wartime versus A&A.
Then a simulation of it.
Yeah. There's not enough enforcers. That's why. There's not enough enforcers at the school. So the kids run the school.
Right.
And that's the scary part. When you have a bunch of like 15-year-olds, and a lot of them are filthy rich, like kids of billionaires, it's not a good time.
Are you like, do you have the same opinion as me where like depending on Taika's choice of major, you will or won't pay for college?
If he's like, I don't really know what I want to do, but I do want to like go to Pepperdine, I'd be like, fuck no, dude. I'm not gonna pay fucking like 100 G's a year for you to not know what you want to do, whatever the fuck the payment is. That's crazy.
But school is where they find themselves.
But it's a sweet place to take some GEs, Dad.
And I heard the girls there are banging.
I'm like, go to fucking ELAC, dude. We're gonna move back to California. You go to ELAC.
ELAC doesn't have a surf shop.
Yeah, they don't got the babes.
They should be going to UC Santa Cruz or whatever with that attitude.
Okay.
Yeah, because I don't want to put in fuck tons of money towards like low intention. I'd rather have him go, I'm fucking passionate about this business and it could be stupid, but I'm like, I see where his passion is and I see the intent. The tuition I was going to pay for college, let's go invest in your business and see what happens.
Sick.
Versus like, here's fucking 50 G's and then you don't even know what you're doing. You're just going to maybe sleep in and skip all your classes.
I may or may not pay for college for my kid. I will 100% pay for trade school of any type.
Really?
Yeah.
So they're like, I want to be plumber.
Yeah,
1,000%.
Or if my kid was like, yeah, I want to be an electrician, dude, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucking that like is infinitely more like useful. And he can help out around the house with those skills.
And those jobs, the minute you graduate, you have jobs lined up.
They're hiring you like right before you graduate. Yeah. And those connections, all those other guys, all those Sparkies you're gonna meet in friggin' electrician school, like everyone's gonna be closer and start companies together and hire each other and shit. Yeah, that's huge.
You're not worried about him getting electrocuted?
That could happen even if no matter what he did. He's an idiot. I already know he's my son.
I don't think he's gonna get electrocuted at Dunn Mifflin.
Yeah.
Paper company.
This episode is brought to you by the RP Hypertrophy app. Want to build muscle but don't know where to start? Get jacked with the RP Hypertrophy app, built by Dr. Mike Israetel, who you've seen on this show. This app features over 45 pre-made training plans to help you get the results you want. Everything here is backed by science and the very latest in research. So you know it's gonna work. And the very best part, it's super easy to use. Our subscribers, that's you guys, get a discount by visiting rpstrength.com/rpmuscle. That's rpstrength.com/rpmuscle. RPMUSSO. Link in the description below. Isn't that the main reason though why like most Asian parents push their kids to not do any blue collar?
To not be electrocuted?
Because they don't want them to get physically hurt. And then like those jobs are looked upon as like, I don't know, because I would agree too, like it's probably way more useful to be military, blue collar, like find a trade, and then like you have a skill set that's always in demand. Like, yeah. But then like if you could choose that or like a scientist, I feel like if you're not in a COVID lab, maybe like a science,
like a researcher.
Yeah, like it's safer on the body, maybe. Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah.
I think I don't really care about if they go to college or not. I think it's just going to get to the point where information and studying things, like curating your own shit to like figure out your career path is going to be way more superior than going to a university. But if their argument of university is because they want to be a professor, they want to go into academia, or they need that shit for the purpose of being a surgeon or whatever, that makes a lot of sense. But if they want to go because they want to study philosophy, I'm like, how much philosophy you trying to do?
Go study the philosophy of fucking pipes and carpentry.
And it's weird that like, I mean, I have cousins that did take philosophy and they end up with the same fucking philosophy as like, you know what I mean? It's not like you have a deeper...
They just have confirmation bias. They're trying to find things that support what they think.
Yeah, because I love talking to my cousin about shit and I'm like, you're just a regular liberal, dude.
Yeah.
Like you didn't come up with a way deeper understanding of any of this shit. You just have more debt.
And can't you just read like all those... You could get the same content without someone lecturing it to you.
Bro, and not only that, but none of it's lived experience. It's all like, I'm just learning from reading literature and other people's lives.
Yeah.
Like, so the people you study in philosophy are people who lived these experiences? That doesn't seem fair. Like, so you don't get to experience any of it? You just have to agree with it?
Yeah, it's like reading like David Goggins' book on like what he experienced. And then you're like, I think I just ran 200 miles by reading this book.
and then you base your whole life off of that.
Yeah.
But I think if I were to create like a college program, after traveling and doing shows all around the country and seeing how different colleges operate, I think my goal, if they were to go to college, is to sell them on how fun different colleges would be. Because I was like, dude,
Yeah.
I would have gone to University of Manoa. I would have gone to Hawaii. Or I would have gone to like, yeah, for different things, right?
Yeah, out of state is cool.
Yeah, because that's what I would pay for. It's like the experience, the fun, and then just be like, hey, get the fuck out of wherever we're at. And then just try this country or
That
like
is
whatever.
a nice thing to, like
Yeah.
when you studied abroad.
Yeah, 100%.
Oh, you studied abroad?
I did. That
See, that's
Yeah,
the
they call
kind of
this
shit.
studying.
Abroad, huh?
I'm just kidding. I just made that shit up. I'm sorry.
No, that's the truth.
I think would be one of those things where
we know the truth.
dude.
I love Spain.
Yeah, like I got to. Where did you study? You went to Spain?
Yeah, I went to Spain.
See, like that's the college experience. I feel like this is not just all schoolwork, right? You're like making memories and shit.
I don't know if he did any schoolwork. Yeah.
He did schoolgirl work.
Listen. Hey, honestly, I feel that's my angle on what college is to me. Like, I can't honestly at all give you almost anything that I learned academic. And for that same reason, I would be super down for my kid to go to college, for the college experience, because you learn so much outside of the school, outside of the academic program. For me, Ryan said this on the dot in another video about college, but it's like you go there, and then when you get out, you're oftentimes in debt. So then you're not thinking like, oh, this was my major, I have to go into this field. Sometimes you're just automatically like, okay, I just need to start working because I'm already in debt. And then it's like that was like a waste of time, energy, money. All I did that shit, like literally right after I graduated college, I felt like I needed to work. So I wasn't even like hyper focused on making sure I only got something that was in line with what I wanted to do. Even then, I chose what I wanted to do because it was like the coolest thing to do for me versus like, this is for sure what I know my life's path is supposed to be as a film major. But everything else I learned from college, or the relationships I built, or like even the idea that you're not going to get a phone call to your parents if you don't show up for class. You had to learn how to be like, I must have the discipline to show up. Like, those are things that like you can't really just teach a kid. They have to experience that. Or like living with other people, roommates. Like, you're going to learn a shitload about life when you live with another human that's not in your family. And like those types of experiences, or like getting fucked up and needing to figure out how to getting in trouble and needing to figure it out, taking your first AIDS test, because you had sex unprotected and you don't know like, those are ironically things that I'm like, college is the weird kind of cesspool to learn life stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
And the experiences I think are more valuable than like, you need to be this for this type of education. But I wouldn't want them to go if that means it's going to be in debt. So like, even for me right now, and I was just game planning this with Nina, with our kid on the way, I'm like, if I like, honestly, my goal is to just at least already have like 10 grand by the end of next year as a college fund for my kid invested. So by the time he's 18 or she's 18, I have no idea, like, they don't have to worry about the financial element, or I don't have to worry about the financial element. So you can make your choices and make mistakes, but once you get out of it, you're not going to just be in debt and feel like you can't make the decision that you wanted to make. So that's just my goal, because I loved my college experience and it changed my life. I met literally my best friends there, and I'm still connected with them today. And I learned so much, and I found my dance passion there too, which turned into my career, even though it wasn't the academic. So I'm like, look, that shit was worth it, but I also did a shit job afterwards because I was in debt. So if we can avoid the debt problem,
Could have fast forwarded to what you're doing.
Yeah.
then maybe you have an option. But I also really like what you're saying about the military. If I would have a son, I look at my friends, who have been in the military, and not just like what you learn as a man, because like everything he's saying, like that should just be in high school, but it's not. So it's like, if you're gonna get that there,
Yeah, that's one thing I wish I did.
and then you're also gonna have lifetime benefits, certain benefits that are just like, holy crap, like even just getting health care or health insurance taken care of, like, dude, that's low key a cheat code. Obviously you have to like, thank you for your service in any other situation, but still, like, that's so different to just have certain benefits. And I'm like, okay, that's for life. You're really investing in for life. You can go to college, blow $200,000, get a degree, and never do shit with it. And it's like, okay, that was just that kind of investment.
But you're an anteater for life now.
Sure, zot, baby. Or you can go to the military and then it's like for life.
Yeah.
Even a sense of pride for life, you know?
Yep. Damn, man. Smack will 1,000,000% never let our kid be in the military. 1,000,000,000,000,000%.
Is it because she wants to join the Australian military? Because she's like,
I think it's just a thing with like people from like Australia or other countries don't think of the military like that. They just see it as, oh, you want our kid to die? Okay.
they
Yeah.
could choose
It's
like
very different.
cook.
Because even our military views their military as dope, and then when we do like cross training, it's like a peer to peer.
I think it's like the citizens of other countries because they don't have military as the culture. You know, like Australian doesn't think like that. I don't think.
There's
Like,
also a lot of Americans that are against the military too. And
yeah.
not that they hate the soldiers, but they don't like what the American military
But
does.
even that's like actual thought. Like Australians just aren't predisposed to care. Like, you know what I mean? It's not integrated into the culture.
Oh, right. It's not common that someone
Exactly, yeah.
like we know so many people it's almost like
Yeah.
integrated into
Yeah,
our
they're just
world.
not thinking about it. And then when they look
Yeah.
at American military, they're like, "Oh, you guys are just lining up to get killed." I guess like it's such a simplistic point of view that I know me and her will always be on opposite pages.
Because there's so many jobs that are not even like combat related.
Like a computer
Yeah.
too, like not infantry. It's
I
not all
don't even
infantry.
know. I've tried to like we've had actual full blown arguments about it.
Mm.
Just about military in general. Like because like I'll like say something respectful about like Veterans Day or some shit, and then she'll just be like, why? Like she just doesn't, the value's not ingrained in her system, and then we end up arguing about it.
Wow.
Yeah.
Well, it
it's
makes
funny.
sense though. Like Australia doesn't have that culture at all. Because I would argue the UK is even more similar to the US, like in a lot of ways.
I think a lot of countries just don't have military and like daily culture like intertwined like that.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Because we're right here going.
So it'll probably just be
American flag.